Today, we are ranking all of the best small forwards. Power forwards. Shit. We're ranking all the best power forwards in 2K23 MyTeam. Let's get into it. So, we got it right here. We're having ourselves a good time. Sorry if I'm looking in the wrong direction on this. It's not a great setup. Either way, I'm just going to bang it out. Let's go. Hard pass here. We got our mans, Buck Williams, Zion Williamson, Emerald. We have Rick Mahorn, Mitch Kupchak, Mark Olderding. Wow. Mark Visor and Drew Gooden, not the YouTube one. All around, I mean, a lot of these guys are just mad. Dude, the thing that surprised me, Drew Gooden, dude, the Emerald is terrible. I mean, all these guys are not great. Obviously, Zion you can use if you want to have a guy who's really good at slashing, really good at attacking the basket. He's pretty good at that. But, like, I don't really see a reason using this promo one when you can spend like what 5-6k and then just get the amethyst. So much better value, and he will be on this list as well. Then we got the still decent here: Cam Johnson, Paul Millsap, LaFonso Ellis, Harvey Grant, Dennis Rodman, and Carlos Boozer. Again, a pretty solid list. Hammer Johnson, I'm gonna be honest, this guy has one of the most money smooth releases I have ever used in my team. This guy feels amazing when I actually have him on a court. I don't miss with this guy, so much so that I don't even think I finished the other parts of his Evo because he is so good. I do want to just double check what his Evo is. Yeah, just get the better midi, a little bit better defense. The only thing that sucks with him, his defense is trash. It is trash. Everything else, though, is pretty good. Paul Millsap, pretty good, like 3 and D kind of guy, or not 3 and D, midi and D kind of guy. It does have some post game, but nothing crazy. LaFonso Ellis, I do think is a pretty good guy, but is missing completely that 3-point shot, and his badges are just terrible because he has good stats. I'm just not really too excited about using him, if I'm being 100% honest with you. Harvey Grant, he's actually all right for an Emerald, which is why he's in the still decent tier. He's actually not bad, but he's nothing crazy. Then we got Dennis Rodman. I've been pretty tough on guys who can't shoot on this list in general, but I decided to give Dennis Rodman a little pass because this guy's actually pretty good on defense, and his rebounding is actually insane. And he can also finish pretty well, better than I'm pretty sure Drew Gooden. I think Drew Gooden is like a 60 standing layup. It's terrible. Drew Gooden is bad, but Dennis Rodman's all right. Then we got Carlos Boozer, who's actually money from the mid-range. He does have a good post game, and his interior defense is actually still pretty good. So I felt like Carlos Boozer at least could have got a nod up into still decent, and he did. So there he is. Pretty damn solid. Zion Williamson, Tony Kukoc, Rashard Lewis, Paul Silas, Nicholas Batum, Julius Randle, Horace Grant, Giannis, and Elton Brand. It's a good all-around lineup. So Zion Williamson, obviously you kind of know what you're getting. The dude's got, I think, silver bully and just absolutely pups people. One of the best, if not the best, rebounders in the entire game. He has great interior defense, and even his perimeter is actually pretty good too. And he can shoot with, in my opinion, a pretty decent release. It's not the best, but it's still pretty good. I think Zion's solid. Tony Kukoc is just a straight-up 6'10" playmaking sharp, essentially. Although he doesn't have the greatest of dribble styles or anything like that, but he's got a good jumper and he's got a really good 3-point rating. The dude can catch and shoot threes all day. Same thing with Rashard Lewis. He doesn't really have the greatest of, like, I would actually say that Rashard Lewis is kind of just like an upgrade on Kukoc, but I don't think enough so that I was moving him up a tier. Paul Silas does not have much of a 3. I think it's in the 60s, which does mean you can, hit it pretty consistently if you want to, if you're really good at the game. But his defense is phenomenal. The best defender, honestly, that I've used in the entire game this year. Paul Silas literally shuts everything down. Essentially, he's Draymond Green right now in the game, and he can play the small forward. Nicholas Batum, pretty great all around at everything, but I just don't really love his jumper, so he's sitting in pretty damn solid. Julius Randle, again, pretty damn good at everything besides the defense. That's it's a little average. And his jumper's a little bit slow and awkward at time for me personally, but he is a pretty good all around card. Horace Grant is obviously one of those traditional back to the basket kind of bigs, and that's what you're going to get out of him. He's nothing crazy, but he is really good in the post and in the midi. Giannis is, again, all around, but I mean, it's Giannis at the end of the day. He's not really going to be shooting too many threes. He is Giannis. He is tall. He's going to play defense. I just think that this is actually the worst day one or beginning Giannis that we've actually gotten in a few years, and I wanted to reflect that in the tier list. Elton Brand is last but not least, who I kind of just view as like a slightly upgraded version of Giannis, but again, not so much so that it even gets a boost. And I'm pretty sure Elton Brand actually has a worse shot 3 than Giannis as well, which is not a W. So there it is. And next we have the Baby Demons there, starting off with Antoine Jameson, Andre Karolinko, Jeremy Sohan, Zion Williamson, Zach Randolph, Scotty Barnes, Kevin Love, Kevin Durant, Karl Malone, and Jermaine O'Neal. So starting it off, obviously we have Antoine Jameson, who is a great all-around small forward, especially if you want to run him there, and you should. Basically, he's just good at everything. Doesn't really have like clamps or anything like that to be killer on the defensive end, but everything else is super solid, and the guy's just a great bucket getter. Andre Karolinko, literally one of the best defenders in the game. I would say, honestly, Paul Silas, Andre Karolinko, and Scotty are all up there and like the best defenders in the game right now. Maybe Jordan as well. But just honestly unreal what these guys can do. And has a pretty good, decent jumper as well. The one thing he can't do is finish inside, so be careful. But all around, really, really solid. Jeremy Sohan, just a slightly worse version of Andre Karolinko with a slower jumper, so beware of that. But everything else, virtually the same. Next is Zion Williamson, literally just an upgraded version of the Amethyst, but I do think it's enough so to move him up a tier, especially with that gold bully. It just changes up how Zion plays, and he's all around a beast. Next, Zach Randolph, in my opinion, is literally just another version of Zion. I think a little bit taller, but it's crazy. Back to the basket, has Hall of Fame bully, shoving people around, absolutely crazy, and can kind of shoot as well with like a 74-3, which is pretty good. Scotty Barnes actually can shoot a little bit, again, in the 70s for the shot 3. Great all-around defender, especially on the perimeter. Is a little bit undersized for the 4, but plays the 3 great. Has a decent enough jumper and can finish really, really well, and even play make a little bit. He can be a really good secondary ball handler for you as like a small forward, like a point forward, essentially, is Scotty Barnes, and I think he's great at that. Kevin Love, pick and pop machine. The AIs do not guard the pick and pop, and Kevin Love is literally the perfect card to just abuse that, but definitely lacking in like speed and lateral quickness. On the perimeter, be a power forward, and the defense to be like interior defense to be a center. It's a tough world that he's in. Kevin Durant, in my opinion, is just a straight upgrade from Giannis. Slightly worse defense, but much better shooting, and one of the best jumpers in the game right now. There's a reason a lot of people are using it for their sharps in my career. It's a great, great, great jumper. Karl Malone, who I think is actually the most expensive card in the game right now. Unreal, but as a decent enough jumper, and he's good at everything. And then we got Jermaine O'Neal, who is actually kind of crazy, giving me shades of the Jermaine O'Neal that we got last year, the Alex Yobo, but still all around pretty solid. I think most people are going to have fun using this ping down with Jermaine O'Neal. He's not like game breaking, but he's really good. And then last but not least, we got the Demons tier, starting off with Blake Griffin, who's, in my opinion, I think either the best or second best power forward. I think it might be tied between like him and Larry Johnson. And it's just all around a beast. I'm just going to double check what Blake is real quick. Obviously, this Blake Griffin jumper, 6'10", 6'11" wingspan, Hall of Fame posterizer, limitless takeoff, aerial wizard, and bully. So just throw the lob up and he's got it. Can shoot a little bit as well with an 83 shot 3. He's got good speed. Obviously, he's going to lack a little bit on the defensive end. But if I'm being honest, interior defense is so bad right now in my team, it doesn't even really matter. Next, Paulo Banchero, in my opinion, one of the best cards that we possibly have in the game right now. This Diamond Paulo is just great. He has a money jumper, and his Paulo jumper has the Jordan dribble style, Steph behind the back, Kobe escape, great dunking, solid enough defense, especially inside, great speeds, great shooting, great finishing. I'm just a really big fan of this Paulo Banchero. Then we got Pink Diamond Zion Williamson, just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful card. He has, I'm pretty sure, Hall of Fame bully, which is just honestly one of the best badges we've ever seen in my team. Posterizer, limitless takeoff, and fast twitch. Has great playmaking as well. His defense all across the board is great, but can't get clamps or challengers, so be careful on that. But it's still going to be a good shooter. As an 81 shot 3, and again has a pretty decent enough jumper. He's going to be fine. Robert Horry, this is the one that I'm following the DBG hype train just to have some fun with it. Because I do think this Robert Horry is great as well. A 6'10" power forward, small forward, 7'1" wingspan, Hall of Fame clutch shooter, has silver bully, has a great shooting stats, and he's tall enough with an 80 interior and perimeter defense to really block it up. The dude is just massive, and he plays it right now on my team great. The same thing with this Pascal Siakam. This guy's crazy. 6'9", 7'3" wingspan, has his Pascal jumper, which is a lot faster than you would think. The MJ dribble style, one of the best, most versatile defenders in the game right now. Can really guard 1 through 5. Has great playmaking, can even shoot a little bit as well, and great finishing. He's just all around one of the best cards, like one of the best just at everything cards in the game that we have right now, especially for an amethyst. Then we got Pink Diamond Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson, I'm pretty sure, has the Danny Green jumper. Oh no, Malik Beasley's jumper. My bad. With the pro dribble style, the Curry behind the back, but literally one of the best all-around stats cards in the game. Has Hall of Fame bully as well with fearless and posterizer. So 3 of the top 4 badges in finishing. Crazy good slashing as well, can shoot the lights out, and has great defense as well with the ability to add glove, challenger, and clamps. The 3 badges that he's missing, all around great. Lamar Odom, not the greatest at defense, but a 6'10" playmaking power forward, small forward with insane finishing and insane shooting. Yeah, he gets a W in my book. And then last but not least is James Worthy, who again doesn't come with clamps or challenger, I don't think. Oh no, gold challenger, but not gold clamps. But you can add it up and make it fine. Plus he's got great playmaking. He can actually shoot with an 83 shot 3 already, and then has Hall of Fame acrobat, aerial wizard, bully, fast twitch, fearless, post spin, pro touch, and slithery. So the guy's a beast with the John Wall jumper. Only thing that sucks is that normal dribble style, but I think right now for your guy playing the power forward and small forward, it's not really that big of a deal. So let me know what you guys think about the list down in the comment section below. Subscribe if you want to do the channel, and like the video if you did enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about it and all the wonderful stuff, and I will see you in the next video.